Forget everything you know about the ngIf and ngFor. Angular 17 just flip the script with the @if, @for, and @switch. And trust me, it's insane. Let's go through it. So first we will go through the what actually Angular bring it into Angular 17 and how to use it, the if condition 4 and the switch conditions as per the documentation of Angular. Later on we will actually go through the one of the project on applications. There we can see it also how we can utilize it, and we will see the live also through the coding how we can use it, all these things on a template. Let's see the demo part of it. This is Angular official web page, and here is the control flow. This is totally new control flow, guys. Earlier we are using star ngIf, star ngFor, and star ngSwitch it also, but now we have @if, @else if, and else, and similarly we have for and the ngSwitch it also. So this is a new syntax, guys. There we can exactly put if condition in a block. We don't need to depend upon a you can say HTML element. We can directly use the separately if block and for block separately we can write down. Earlier we need to write down any if block or any for block. Then how we need to write down? Either we need to take the help of the div, or either we can use the ng container, right? But now we don't need to do. Now we can directly in a template we can use the brackets like the block scope bracket, and directly we can inside in it put whatever the HTML we wanted to put a condition, or we wanted to write down the loop on it. In another example we can see if condition, else if, and else conditions. We can put it the multiple if and else condition also, but we need to use the @else block. Similar to that, we can write down in this way also, that is actually start date. Whatever the object we have, if we wanted to be consolidate or we wanted to be give some alias's name, we can use the as keyword. Here also we can use the as keyword. Similar to that, we can use it here also as, and we can utilize it this actually further in a variable, and we can use it also in the below inside in it that block also. Similar to that, we have the @for block also. Earlier we have ngFor, now we have @for. @for it also is much optimized. That is actually used for the repetition purpose. Here we are using the track. Track is actually now mandatory. We should be used with the track only. And in the through the track, we can just actually give the optimization. Means only that particular item will be changed if actually the item will be add or remove. It's very similar to, guys, what we have into React.js as a key. Key is the special props. Earlier also we are using track by, but now we have the track and we can use it through directly in a for loop. Earlier we are using let keyword, but now no need to be use the let keyword. Whatever, this is a collections. This collections value will be goes into this particular item, and one by one item we will display it. Okay, and this item we can track it through the ID also. So uniquely we need to give the unique identifier that we wanted to be give as an identifier, like as I told you, very similar to the what we have into the key into the React.js. You can see over here in the definition, track expression allow Angular to maintain the relationship between your data and the DOM node on a page. This allows Angular to optimize the performance of executing the minimum necessary the DOM operations when the data is changed. So only when the data is changed, then actually only minimum operation it will do. This is actually specially for the optimizations purpose they bring it. Generally we should use the with the track by ID and UID. This kind of thing we should use it. If it does not have anything like the static data we have and we wanted to be use it, then we can use the @index also. @index to tell to Angular to track each item by index in a collections. Okay, and we know that in the ngFor loop earlier we have so many other variables also. Similar to that, here also we have some variables, and these are the variables: count, index, first, last, even, and odd. As the name suggested, this meaning is actually count means we will get the count. Index means the index of 1, 2, 3. First means the first true. Last means the last row true. Even true. Odd means odd true. All these things we can access in this way. So we need to put over here semicolon. This is also, we remember, we need to put it multiple things through the semicolon. And here we should use the let keyword. Okay, this is the let keyword. We should use it. And multiple thing we can use, and that thing we can actually use into this particular block also inside it. Here with the for loop, guys, one more new thing is came, that is called empty. If for loop is actually we does not have the value, sometime if we have the table we are repeating it and the table does not have data, then we will show no record found or no record exists. In the place of that we can write down over here empty block also. Now for we have the empty block also. It's very similar to that Python language also we have when we run the loop. If you wanted to be write down the else statement, similar to that, here we have the empty. Empty is the block that we can utilize it over here in the for loop. Other than actually if condition and the for block, we have the switch block also. Switch block is very similar to what we have, but earlier we was writing down ng switch, ng cases also, ng switch cases also. But now we have the directly switch in the case normally. Same way, @switch, @case, and directly we can write down using this bracket default, where exactly none of the cases will be matched, then it will actually call in the default only. Here we can see we have the multiple section. One section is over here. We will use the if and else over here. Here we have the 85 score. If we will actually reduce it like 75 or something, it is great job. If we'll reduce it more, actually like this one, medium to bad. So meaning is this one. Here we are using the if and else block, and on the basis of if and else block, we are showing particular fraction. Let's see the coding part of it. This code we can see over here we have if and else block, and here we are passing the user score. Whatever the input box we cite, there we are passing user score. Here we have if conditions. On the if condition, we are showing actually the score. If they have the greater than 90 or equal to 90, we will show this is the particular div sections. Similarly, we have else if, and finally we have else also. So every block we can write on the separate block in the opening and closing the bracket, and we can write down separately also. Another section, we have the reference condition expressions. Over here also we have some condition. If I write down the 2, we'll get the another actually block of the, we will get the another object of the user. If we write down the 4, we will get the another object of the user. Let's see the code part of it also. Here, this is the basically the our input box. Okay. In this input box, we are writing down the user ID. When we click the search user button, then this is the object will be loaded over here. On the basis of these functions, whatever the ID we selected it, we will actually find out the element. And here is the new thing is, guys, this is the, you can say, reference conditions, means we are using as keyword over here. So whatever the basically result will become, we will put into this variable, and this variable only we are referring below. You can see all the places, this place is also, this place is also, all are we are using this reference variable, right? And the last one is, if this condition is actually false, then we will actually show this else part over here. So this is the way also we can use the reference variable, because sometimes we don't want it to be refer the complete object. We wanted to use it that reference variables to show or the further exactly utilize this particular reference variable in a particular block only. So here we are using for block. In the for block, we have the number of user. We can click on the add user. We can add the number of more user also. As the user is increased, we can see all the user is actually card is coming one by one. Similarly, we can remove the user also. If any user we wanted to remove, we can remove it also from the last. Any user we wanted to be activate and deactivate also, we can toggle it also. If admin we have, we can show the red color. We can add it more user, even we can supply it also. Let's see the coding part of it. In this section, we have 3 buttons. These are the 3 buttons we have. So once we click the button, the actually user object will be changed, and user is actually running in the for loop. On the basis of user collections, we are displaying this particular block of the statement. Here we are using the track by also for user ID. So this is the unique ID. On the basis of that, if any DOM will be changes, it is optimizedly this view will be rendered out it, and these all are the data. So if you wanted to be toggle it exactly, this value will be changed according to activate and deactivate also. If we have user is role for admin, then we wrote down this classes also. All are these are the same thing, guys, as we have earlier also in Angular. Let's see the next sections. In the next sections over here, actually we have the number of a product kind of data. Here we have category. We can choose the like electronic and the book. According to that, data will be filtered, and then we will show the data also. And all category will be come over here. Let's see the coding part of it. So above is the filter section that we are actually filtering through the drop down, and below we have the for loop. In the for loop, guys, we can see we are using lot of other variable also, like the index, first, last, even, and so many other things also. Here all these variables value we are displaying like a way. We are using this variables. We are using the product name. This is product, we will get it from here, and this is a product name. All the product related detail we are showing it also over here. And below we have, these are the section first, last, and even also. On the UI, if you will see in the UI, we can see this is the first item. Okay, this is the even positions. Okay, if I will choose it actually another item, you can see this is first item, this is the last item. So this first, last, even node actually we are showing over here, guys, in a form of the tag. Right, so these are the variables we can use. Let's see the another sections. In this section, we have 4 with the empty fallback. We will search it any product. If the product does not find out, we will show the empty block over here. Let's see the coding part of it. Here we can see this is the for loop, and below we have empty block. If this function won't be give us to collection, then we will actually show the empty part of it. This one empty part of it. Okay, and remember, guys, this one also we should not use it as a function. Later on we will change into signal also. Once I will make the signal video, I will tell you also how to use or how to bind signal in a template. That we will see into later on also. So over here, what we are trying to do, we are running a for loop. If the for loop, this function won't be give us actually array of the list or any item, then this empty block will be displayed over here. Here also we are using if and else block. We can write a nested if and else block also. This is the last section, guys. Here we can see we have the theme, dark, auto, whatever the auto exactly, we can say custom theme also. So this is the theme we are switching on the basis of switch block. We have the switch and we have the multiple cases also. Similar to that, we have over here also guest user, moderate, and admin have these are the right. Guest user has this much of the user has this much of the right. Guest user has this much of the right. We are showing all the rights over here. The code part of this one is, guys, this one. This is the basically select the drop down. There we are showing the drop down. On the basis of that, we are changing the our theme. And this is the theme area. This is the one light and below is the dark. And similar to that, we have more theme also. Okay, this is pretty straightforward. We have the default block and other actually block also, right? Below this one, we have the another thing that is called select, and below we have the admin, we have the user and guest, and the final is the basically the default. So these all are, guys, actually if, for, and the switch statement, what the things new came into the actually Angular 17, and further it might be the few enhancement will be come also in the future. So what is the benefit of the using actually these the new control statement is, guys, this is better performance. Why? Because we are using track by. We have the proper block also, like empty block is came, it also proper else block is also, that is actually much better. Readability also very good. Exactly earlier how we are writing down else block through the ng template, but now we have very good actually readability point of view also. Enhance tooling, better ID support, right? We have the right now Visual Studio is the better ID. They actually have the supported to use the IntelliSense and all these things also came it also. Earlier at the rate is giving us to synthetic sugar, but now exactly more clear about the at the rate we can use it also. This is for type safety also. This is for type safety also, improve the type interference and the compile time checking also. So now we have the much better type safety and we can actually much betterly we can write down also. So that's why we should use, if we are using still actually ngIf and ngFor, we should switch it to the new control flow, guys. And this is actually much better in the for future upgradation also, and performance and readability point of view also is much better. So that's it in this video. Similar to this, actually, guys, we will make few more video in the future for the new topic of the Angular, and we will discuss and we will make some application also. Thank you. Have a nice day, guys.